Okay, we are live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whoever is watching me and my guest, Lena Bedri from US. Welcome, Lena.
Hello. Thank you, Chaitali. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
How's the weather? You are from Dallas, Texas for our audience. So, how's the weather there, Lena?
The weather it was a mixed week. We had rains and then it started with spring and now today it's summer.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, it's quite full of allergy, but it's no complaints. I'm just heading out.
At least we know summer is coming. Great, thank you. So, those who are going to be joining me live, I thank you in advance. And if you are watching replay, again, thank you for that, for taking your time. Time is precious. I would like to introduce myself. I want to introduce Lena first. So, if you're on my profile, you see I say it's a Guru Shishya night, which means in English, it's a teacher student. And the reason is, if you know that I am on this online digital business for the last 2 years, it was someday, somehow, I came across Lena's Facebook post. So it came up on my feed, and all I say, it happened for a reason. And that's how my journey started. Not immediately, because most people are skeptical, and I'm no different. Followed her for almost 18 months or more, which most of my audience knows. I always say that I was late into joining. That's my biggest regret. But you know what? That's how, if you're following me and you're probably seeing my journey, I did the same with Lena. And why I got her today to share her story from being an IT professional, which most of us know that it's a high paid job, it's a high stressful job as well, but it's a high paid, pretty stable job. From there, how did she dare to leave her job and venture into this business full time? So she does now full time. So, Lena, I think lots of questions in store for you.
I
Um,
am ready.
First, and I love your background saying blessed, remembering that we are all blessed. We
Yeah.
have more than others, and having that gratitude mindset is definitely how we live our days. And thanks to our families and everything that we have. And for me, the gratitude is I do have you, and I learned a lot from you,
Oh,
and learning every day,
thank you.
which is great. So first, my question will be, how was your feeling, or if you ever had any imposter syndrome, coming from a professional world to a world of reels? So coming from a real professional world to a world of reels, where we know you don't need degrees or universities to be in this platform.
Yeah.
Much younger generation than you and me. How was that transition?
Interesting question. So there was no imposter syndrome because as a person, I am a bit intuitive. And it was a series of events. So I joined this venture 4 years ago and it was post pandemic. All right. I was already on a career sabbatical that time because of the things happened because of COVID. My son was just 1 year old, I think 1.5 year old. And it was a need of the hour that I was at home for, to take care of their homeschooling. And when I was browsing and stuff like that, and when a feed popped up on my page, the lady whom I saw, the my mentor, right? The lady whom I saw, she is such a simple person, a simple lady with the simplest of picture and even simpler text. Nothing fancy, nothing. And I'm like, what would she do to even, you know, thug people, or what has she to offer? So I just happened to click on it, and there's no coincidence, when it has to happen, when the time is right, it's right. So I've been on social media all my life. I'm comfortable posting my pictures, my family photos, but I never clicked on any ad. All right, so I click on that ad and then I see it, and that was just one step, to go ahead and see the details from the inside. But after that, I don't think so I had imposter syndrome, because the best part about this is it doesn't require you to be a wannabe influencer. You just be yourself and you do what you can at that point of time in your comfort. never say never. You always grow your comfort level and you step out of it and you grow again, you learn and you do. But I like the fact that if a simple person like the person who introduced me to this business can do it, and then I saw some extroverts and outgoing people doing it, and I just saw that there's room for everyone, and you don't have to necessarily go out there and dance on TikTok and stuff like that. Just be present to pass on this business information to everyone. Just that idea really helped me to just take the decision instantly.
Awesome. And I think that's
Yeah.
how even I took the decision, seeing you being doing this business as a professional. So I saw people not from a professional background, and then I saw people like yourself and so many others. I'm like, this has something different than others. Talking about having something different,
Okay.
there are a lot of online businesses,
Yeah.
but we always say this business that you and me are in is kind of an online franchise model or
Yes.
business in a box.
Yeah.
If you were in few words, say at least three or two unique features of this business, which most other online business won't have, what would you say?
All right. It's a business in a box concept, right? Which is extremely scalable and doable. That's what makes it doable to people who do it full time, like me, and to extremely busy professionals like you, right? So everything is in the box, as we know. We have the enterprise level system, the training, we have a mentor and a coach to help you set up the process, tech support, they'll give you the domain, and most importantly, the automation, because even the stay-at-home mom, right? It's not like really free. She's staying at home with a purpose to take care of the kids or whatever chores you have. So the automation is really the key here, because I'm getting results while I volunteer for the community, while I'm being a full time present mom. And every decision of yours is based on your past life experiences. Like for me, the decision of stay at home mom, being a stay at home mom for a while, was because of my past experiences of whatever people I've lost in my life. And I had this thing of holding on to my family. So automation is the key. It really helps me. Second thing is the community. It's the backbone. It's the true essence of this whole business. It's a very giving community, including the founders and all the leaders, everyone. Like every Wednesday we have these masterminds where the top leaders are present. They don't have to, but they are, to give knowledge, to share the best practices, to give the tools, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you can replicate the steps for success. So automation, community, and of course the training is what the key is, since it's self-paced training where nobody sits with you and guides you like hand holding. You get trained by your seeing the videos at your own pace, and we have a world class training where there's a group of people who curate these training materials specially for our business. So there's so much out there, right? But would we need so much? No. Otherwise, you will just get lost in this whole options available these days. You just curate it to whatever is required, the basic essentials, and then the add-ons, and then you decide how much you want to add on. But as long as you do the basic essentials, it's very easy to set up your franchisee and run your own brand from the comfort of your home. So I think these are the top three for me.
Awesome. Yeah. So again, I think you summarized it very well. It's the automation which attracted me for sure. I don't have time. Community, definitely. Without community support, I had no idea about social media running, especially targeting audience, getting leads,
Mhm.
buyers. These are terminologies of business, which I use social media just for posting birthdays and weddings and parties, but nothing to do with this. So
Yeah.
definitely, this is important. Talking about you not going back to work, what made you feel so safe and secure starting a new business that you did not have to and did not wanted to go back to work with your high paid salary? Because definitely we see your results. It is, of course, when we leave a salary, my goal is also to one day leave my job once my business income surpasses my a professional income. Now, in your case, you did. So tell us what made you
Sure, sure.
feel comfortable.
Sure. So I started working very early in my life, Chaitali. I think I was 17 when in high school, when I started working. I was giving tuitions. And then the day I finished my exams, I started working the very next day because I had a job available that time. So have been always financially very, very independent. And I was in IT. I worked in IT for 13 years, corporate and IT together. And as a profession former, I was into IT quality assurance analyst in major healthcare firms. So we moved from cities. I have to give a little bit of background to tell you why I came to this decision. So I moved from Los Angeles to Dallas to stay near to our family, extended family and siblings. So the the air quality was not suiting my kids that much, and my daughter, who was just not even 2, she was getting respiratory kind of symptoms back to back. So I was in IT, I was in healthcare. Just like the bank, healthcare has uh, sensitive information. And because US having the HIPAA Act, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, not every team gets to work from home. So I was not getting a remote kind of a setup, even on a day like a Black Friday, where it's kind of in an optional floating holiday. So I got like a plain blank no on my face when I requested for a work from home to take care, to be available for my daughter. And I was like, well, I worked for so many years to hear this, and it had been many, many years after that. So then that is the day when I decided I need to live life without approvals and appraisals, kind of a setup where I need to do something of my own. I always had this independent kind of thought where I worked in IT to for monetary benefits. I did that, but that was never my passion project. I did it with all my heart. Okay, I had a home back in Mumbai. There was loan and stuff like that. So um, when I got to this business, right, I ticked off every single thing that I wanted. I could set up my day, the time flexibility. I didn't have to wait for anyone's approvals to take a time off, or I did not have to rely on anyone else to do my appraisals. As long as I know and my heart knows that, okay, I have done this right, I've done this for the day, I've helped so many women or families today, I know I can sleep well for the night. So why did I not go back to my career? I wanted to not just live for paychecks, honestly. See, not everyone is blessed to just give up jobs like that. I understand that part, right? However, I wanted to not just stay for work for paychecks, but also for passion and purpose. And when I started doing this business, and then when I put my good intention and the results started coming in, I just realized that this is what I wanted to really, really have my ikigai, right? To serve others, to train others. I do this full time, but half of my time goes to volunteer for the community. The community, as strong as this, runs on a lot of volunteers, and any good community runs on volunteers, right? So I love to give back, and I love to see that despite of giving half of the efforts, though it's all my heart, but half of the efforts as I give to a job, I'm matching the salary, sometimes exceeding the salary, monthly salary. Like last month, I was traveling to Mexico. I was with my kids all the time. It was spring break. I was hardly at my desk. Even last month, I was able to, with God's grace, surpass my IT salary. So I did not feel the need to go back to my IT career immediately. Well, I'd never shut a door because you never know what happens in the future. But as of now, it's been 4 years. I completed 4 years, and I'm loving to do this full time. Um, Also having the courage, that to understand that you chose this entrepreneur life. So sometimes it's even if you don't break even, you're not spending that much, you're investing the time, and you're investing the expenditure for your own venture, hoping and knowing that it's going to give back sooner or later. And since this is a very, very high ticket kind of a business, even if you have a few sales in a month, you are able to make four-figure income in a month. So it's amazing.
Absolutely, well said. And I remember when I wanted to, start this business,
Mm.
every business have a startup cost. So in
Right.
case any of our audience think we just make reels, no, we do not. It's a legit real business where you start with some setup cost and you scale your business. We don't make reels for the little pennies that we get from. We do get that as well as additional parts, but that's not our main business. I was a little bit hesitant to even start, and Lena, I remember you encouraged me, and you kind of believed in me when I didn't believe in myself at that point. Being experienced business coach, mentor, whatever you want to say, what qualities did you see in me? So, or what qualities would people really need to see in themselves to know that this business is something they can do?
Chaitali, you are a leader, and I saw that in you. So you could speak well, even if that is not the case. But for you, you spoke well. You were very you did your research, and it took you a while. But when you actually came to me, you remember that thing where you actually waited for a while, and then we had this discussion. So the fact that we don't convince anyone to join is the baseline, right? People do research, like you did your research, and you were ready first thing to come. Whenever you were ready, that was a good time. What I saw you knew is gradual as we speak, right? That you are a leader, you are already a coach in the parallel world, and it was just a matter of time that you can just take the material, implement the training, and just scale your business to a higher level along with, and it's not just the business, I could also see the other part, along with you inspiring the entire community, because you need two kind of people who work for themselves to make their lives better, and people who work for others who make their life better. I saw both in you, all right? And you can just tell from experience when you meet people, like you were so new that time, and I already told you that I see you as a powerhouse. You remember that card, right? So yeah, I mean, you just get to know. But sometimes it's true that people surprise you. All right. Like I have people in our team who look the simplest, who talk simple in the simplest way, who underestimate themselves or play very low, and they actually scale really big. All right. So it's all on the mindset. So if you asked me the second question, what people need to have the determination to make it big, no matter what your personality is. You are an extrovert, you're an introvert, you're a born leader, you are just like to be a follower. You just need to know that this business works for everyone, and just plan to be the subject matter expert first, because you need to help others. So first master on the training, and then you just scale your business being authentic to yourself. That is what is needed. So mindset, being authentic, and just being plugged into the system are the three key essentials to make it big in this business.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for all the praises. It's not about that. I wanted to ask more about the ingredients, what people need, because many people might look at me and like, oh, you work for a bank and you hold this
Yeah,
position. It's easy for
absolutely.
you, or even in your case, you're in IT. But
Mhm.
it's what you already mentioned, that it's just the mindset and the dedication and knowing that
Yes,
you can. And we
yes,
have the community, of
yeah.
course, for if you
And
can't, we help you. So you say
true.
you can.
True. So yeah, I did answer that part. So mindset is a very broad term, again, but it includes everything, right? Knowing that now that you have invested in this business, you also need to not just invest financially, you also need to invest your time. No matter how busy you are, it's okay. It's okay if you're so busy, even if half an hour a day, but just staying plugged into the system, because then you're committing to helping others. So if the others need help, you need to find out time to just guide them, accordingly. So having that mindset also, because entrepreneurship is not just like a time commitment, it's also a lifestyle, right? That you're available, you just make yourself available, and there are ways to duplicate your presence. What I mean is, there are so many frequently asked questions. So you just duplicate yourself with those answers. So you can still use your time effectively, whatever little time you have. So yeah, the ingredients is mindset again, and availability, determination, and just knowing the subject. That is most important to be a mentor and a coach in this business.
Absolutely. One more question as we are going to wrap up soon.
Hmm.
Today's Lena after 4 years versus past Lena before 4 years. How is it different, especially being influenced by this business?
Um, See, everyone comes to this business with a different why, and I've been very vocal about my why. When I joined this business, I had some health issues too. So the time that this business gave me helped me to invest that time in myself to heal. Uh, and the training is not only about the business, there's so much more to learn, like soft skills, and people have it. Sometimes you just need to sharpen those skills and implement, to give back, to practice, 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 to do lives, and then eventually starting with just a small live on your page, and then eventually you take bigger steps to inspire many more people. But 4 years has been very wholesome. I'm a big ambassador of having wholesome success, because it's not just monetary, but you also give equal dignity to your personal life. You give equal dignity to things you love, to your health, to family, travel, and of course, having a very rewarding and enriching career. So 4 years ago, I was just focusing on my family. At that time, I was on a sabbatical. Before that, I was only focusing on my profession. So balancing is the key. So 4 years later, I think I'm well balanced, because I can give it. You can never give equal time. It's a balancing act. If the family needs me more, I'm there more. Business needs me more, and I'm there for that. So more happier, more balanced. Found my ikigai, living with a purpose and my calling. So I'm very happy to be here. Even if tomorrow, say, I plan to do a job, I am 100% sure that I will continue to do this as my business. But as of now, I have absolutely no plans to go back, because I'm just loving it every day here.
Awesome. I'm going to ask you two one-liner questions. One is your dream. Have
Hmm.
you ever dreamt to be where you are today? And have you reached your dream or do you change your dream every day?
Nice. Dreams. The first was, did I
Have you
dream?
ever dreamt to be where you are today?
Yes. Yes. And there's a lot more to go, a lot more to achieve. Dreams don't change. You just like, it doesn't like, you don't, dr- I don't drastically change dreams. I am on the path. It's just ways to enhance more dreams, to segment it towards the common dream, the main dream that I have. I might take a different approach here or there. However, the main goal will always remain to be there for people, either way, to share my skills that can at least inspire a few people here and there. So yeah, it doesn't change like too haywire. It's there intact. I have dreamt about this. I have a long way to go, and I might change my path here and there, but this venture path would remain the same. I might bifurcate here and there to reach to my next dream, but it's on the same line.
Awesome. And the last question before we wrap up, everybody looks for a business for a better scale and better pay and better lifestyle. And that's what we do as well, like lifestyle marketing, attraction marketing.
Yes.
Will there be anything you think that can attract you more and make you think to live this business?
Wow. Well, that's for the unknown. However, the business that we are doing has a patented commission plan, and it's been in the industry for more than half a century. Now, as of now, there's nothing like this, all right? Even if something comes tomorrow, for it to reach half a century, I'm not going to be here. So I don't know. Maybe the answer is no here. But you never say never to anything, right? You never know what happens. Everything is possible. Our generation has seen the maximum advan- advancements in the terms of technology, in the terms of science. So you never know what happens tomorrow. But I'm talking about the longevity and the scalability of the business. It's already been more than half a century. So for anyone to match up to this, kind of, what do you call it, goodwill, it's going to take a while. And I think by that time, I'll be happily retired on the beach. So I won't
Yeah,
continue with that.
absolutely. And I actually thought of ending the session, but from your answer, I got this last question and promised to my audience that you will actually look for more questions. I will want to listen to Lena for long. You talked about our generation saw the maximum advancement, and now people are worried about AI, and we all know many jobs by 2023 are not going to stay.
Yes.
What do you think the future of our business with the maximum implementation of AI?
AI, what is it? Artificial
AI,
intelligence.
yeah.
Yes, yes. It's artificial intelligence, right? You use it for your benefit, but you keep your soul intact, because that is the real thing. The business, even in our business, right, most of it is done for you. We always say there's like a 90-10 ratio, like most of the heavy lifting is done for you. You put in your efforts, but that effort is the 10% of whatever you're giving should be your 100%, right? So in this world of AI, like I remember having no television at home, then the black and white television, then the color television. Now I have four televisions at home, and every kid has an iPad, and now this AI, which is so scary. So I think using it wisely is the key. Upgrading your skill is the key. You can't really live in a bubble or in a denial that I'm not never going to use AI, because that is the future. However, keeping the real human soul alive and keeping that soul in the business, and you being authentic, no, I don't use filters, I don't use my avatars on my page. This is the real me, and nobody will take that away. That is what differentiates me from the others, right? So you just keep that intact, keep the human element intact. And I think AI is good just to use it to enhance our skills or our business to some extent. That is what my.
But if you, for our audience to be, you gave very, very great answers. But if our audience want to know, if I'm starting a business today, is AI a threat to the business or is it a complement to our business?
It's a compliment, because we're living in the world where nowadays there's so much of faceless advertising, like people with very high level jobs like yourself, or people for cultural reasons, they're not able to show their faces on the camera, right? We have so many women wearing hijab doing this business, so it's so amazingly well. And people who cannot be on the live or be on the page or make ads because of their job commitments, they are using AI to run the faceless advertising, faceless marketing. People who do not have time, they have time crunch, they use their thoughts to give prompts to AI to make a post. The thought is there, someone is writing, it's like having an assistant. So use it as your assistant. It's just, AI might take away jobs, but if you know to use AI to implement in your business and to scale your business on the human level, I think it's amazing. And the best part is that the community that is so giving, that is ours, we get so much of training on every single AI tool that's coming up of how to use it effectively for our business. So I think that is the key here. The key here is not just learning, the key here is learning and implementing, because only if you only learn, then I don't know about the results. But if you learn and implement and constantly try and be curious, then of course, no one can stop you, right?
Mute. Absolutely. Very well said. And I think whoever is going to listen to our session will get a lot of information. As a summary, first information, we are both professionals in this business, showing our face. So, in terms of can you do it? Yes. Is it for everybody? Yes. Is it real? Yes. Lena is a live example where leaving her safe, secured. six-figure IT job, doing this business full time, past 4 years now. So it talks about the potential and the possibilities. And she mentioned about how the system, why she chose the system, why is it a franchise model, what are the unique features. So if you have missed it, go back and listen to it. And I think the best part, which I kept it for the last, is AI threat can be a threat to your job, but
Yes.
not to this business because it's based on the foundation of automation and AI. So if really you want to have a plan B for your job, but also a secured future of your income
Mm,
source,
mm,
knowing AI is coming even more like a dinosaur in every sphere, then definitely this business can give you that peace of mind. So we are here. We have you have us. You will see our pages. So our audience, if you have any questions, we are at 30 minutes time. And Lena, appreciate so much of your time on a Friday evening.
sure.
Feel free to reach out to any of us, and we'll be more than happy to answer and help you the way someday Lena helped me, and I'm now helping others. And we are there to support your business. Thank you, Lena, so much. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful, fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend.
It's wonderful to know you through this venture, Chaitali, and I'm so happy to be here today with you. So, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye.